without having the spiritual knowledge, it is like that villager who doesn't know anything about telephony, but trying to understand how somebody in Bangalore can speak to somebody in Mumbai. Try to recollect what all you did when you first bought your phone, mobile phone, I mean, right? You went through all this exercise, but you don't remember it now because it has become normal. Everybody knows it, everybody does the same thing. That is what happens when yogis talk to each other. No, everybody knows everything, so they talk. But when we go and listen to them, we say, oh, what nonsense are these guys talking? That's not nonsense. That's a science that we don't know. We don't know the basics, the fundamentals of that. Okay. Now the question you are asking is, when God is so very powerful, why does he need to come down as Jangamadevara, and why does he need to teach an Om Namah Shivaya mantra to get rid of the poison of a black cobra snake? Right? So how else do you think he could have cured Shiva Bala Yogi or Satyaraju?
He has to just wish for it. That's all.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
So you seem to know a lot about that spiritual science, that you think just wishing will resolve it.
No, because it has happened in past with so
Where?
many devotees.
Where? When? In which case did it happen? No, see, when the black cobra snake bit Swamiji, Satyaraju, okay, 3 months after he was made to sit in tapas, that time it was not Vasuki. It was not any divine snake that came and bit him. It was an ordinary cobra snake which was in the field, which came and bit him. And we know that there are a lot of people who use a mantra to cure people of snake bites. Are you not aware of that? Have you heard of people being cured of?
Maybe it is all possible, but that may be because they had only that much power. But
Right?
Lord Shiva, he is Mrityunjaya and what all not, as if it is so difficult for him. In fact, finally, when Swamiji finished his tapas and he had so many problems, he just told Swamiji and he cured him immediately. So why couldn't he have done this time also?
See, that's the reason I wanted to take an example and make it clear. Okay. Now let me go ahead with the example. Okay. Assume that your mobile phone is not working. See, I'm taking the example of the mobile telephony. Okay. To explain that, there is a lot of knowledge that we have gathered over years. And now you try to compare that with the knowledge of a person who doesn't know anything about mobile telephony. Okay. So just take this example to understand what I am trying to tell you. Let us say your phone is not working. Okay. Or now let me reverse it. I am complaining to you that my cell phone is not working. What should I do? No, please help me make my phone work. I'm requesting you, Vijaya. I am complaining that my phone is not working. My mobile phone is not working. Please help me resolve it.
I don't know how to help you because I don't have
Come
the
on, no, but you know, right? You have a cell phone, you use a cell phone. So why are you trying to avoid that?
I know
Try
to
to help
only use
me
it. I
resolve my
don't know how
problem.
to repair it, right?
Sorry?
I know to use it. I don't know how to repair it.
Exactly, right? So now let us take an example of two people, right? One is an uneducated person from a village, and the other is a person who knows about mobile telephony. He has studied mobile telephony. Okay. Now imagine a conversation between the two, right? So this fellow from the village, an uneducated guy, he comes to meet his friend here, and this friend is talking on a mobile phone. So the villager asks him, "What are you doing?" He says, I am talking to my friend. Where? That friend is somewhere in Bombay. He says, how can you talk to somebody in Bombay from here? He says, I am using a mobile phone. How is it possible? Bombay is like 2000 kilometers away, and even if you shout very loudly, he won't be able to hear there. So how can you be talking to your friend in Bombay? He said, no, 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 but I am using my mobile phone. He said, what do you mean mobile phone? Then he showed him the mobile phone. He said, yeah, I've seen a telephone, but I don't see any wire here. How can you talk without a wire? You are only fooling me. He said, no, 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 but this is a different technology. You know, this works without wire. How can it work without wire? Okay, so that fellow doesn't understand much any more than that. Then he said, okay, can I talk? He said, of course you can talk. So can I buy a phone like this? He said, yes, you can buy a phone. Okay. Then the next day he went and he bought a phone. And then he said, how do I talk to my friend in Bombay? Then this, no, 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 only buying a phone is not sufficient. You have to buy a SIM card. What is a SIM card? Okay, then that was explained. Then he bought a SIM card. Then he put in the SIM card. Somebody helped him put a SIM card. Then he said, how do I talk? You have to dial a number. Oh, I see. I thought I know my friend's name. I know my friend's address, but I am unable to talk. He said, no, but you need a number. Please understand that all this is knowledge that we gained over the years without being aware of it. Am I making my point clear? There is something called telephony. It is a technology. It has evolved over probably a century or probably 2 centuries. It is allowing people to talk to each other across long distances, which was earlier not possible. You could only talk to a guy if he's within the earshot, okay? Anybody beyond that, you couldn't talk to him. Physically, you had to come close and only then talk to each other. But telephony made it possible for people to talk across long distances, provided there is a wired connection between them. Then the technology evolved. Wireless telephony came into practice. Now you can talk to people without wires. So this guy says, okay, now I have a phone, I should be able to talk. But he said, you require a SIM card. Now, how did you know that you need a SIM card? Because you are aware of that, right? You know that something like a SIM card is required. Although you have a phone, just having a mobile phone doesn't help. You require a SIM card which goes into that. So, okay, he bought a SIM card, he put it into that. And he said, still I am not able to talk. Hey, come on here, you need to put some money into that. How can I put money into a SIM card? What nonsense you are talking? I say, the SIM card is little and how can I put money into that? He said, no, 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 that's not what I mean. You know, you have to go. Are you able to make out the example that I'm giving you? What technology means, what knowledge, what science means, and what ignorance is? So we going to Swamiji and asking him to explain to us why Lord Shiva had to come down to the earth to protect you from a snake bite. Without having the spiritual knowledge, it is like that villager who doesn't know anything about telephony, but trying to understand how somebody in Bangalore can speak to somebody in Mumbai. I am taking the example of technology. Okay? That is why it is said that spirituality is also a science, spiritual science. Okay? Now we are able to understand this because we know all this. We know what telephony is. We know what mobile telephony is. We know we require a phone. We know we require a SIM card. That is not enough still. We need a SIM card from a service provider. And we need to put some cash into that. How do we do that? There are methods of doing that. And there should be enough cash to make a call to Mumbai, and the amount of cash that you put in will decide how long you can talk. Beyond that, you cannot talk. Okay? Now all this is done. So this fellow puts the SIM card, he puts the cash into that, somehow he has learned everything. Then happily he goes home to his village. And then he's trying, nothing works. What could be the reason? Any of you, please.
There is no network, Uncle.
Exactly right. There is no signal. Then somehow he called his friend over the landline and said, "You fellow, you sold me a phone. I spent so much money. I came to my village. I am unable to talk." He said, "But there is no, what do you mean network? You did not tell me in Bangalore that you require a network. Bangalore network is available. You go to your village, network is not. What do you mean by network?" See, we take all this knowledge for granted because we know it. Try to explain this to a guy who doesn't know anything about it. Then you will realize what knowledge is. Okay? This is the struggle that a yogi faces when he's trying to explain to people like us the spiritual science. Okay? Each question that we ask, it is so obvious to him. It is so simple to him because he knows the science. We don't. And it requires training. It requires exposure. It is an experiential learning. You cannot just read books and understand all of that. Am I clear?
Yes, Anna.
No, we need to ask the questions, okay? Otherwise, how do you learn?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, when we have a question, we need to ask the question. We need to learn the answer to that question. And that is how slowly we gain knowledge. We gain knowledge by actually asking questions. Try to recollect what all you did when you first bought your phone. Mobile phone, I mean, right? You went through all this exercise, but you don't remember it now because it has become normal. Everybody knows it. Everybody does the same thing. That is what happens when yogis talk to each other. No, everybody knows everything, so they talk. But when we go and listen to them, we say, "Oh, what nonsense are these guys talking?" You know, that's not nonsense. That's a science that we don't know. We don't know the basics, the fundamentals of that. Okay, ma? Oh. So
Yes.
I'm not annoyed. I'm not hurt. Actually, I'm happy that we are having these discussions. Okay, so we understand this. So exactly like the example that I've taken, which is mobile telephony, to explain to you what ignorance is and what knowledge is. You know, that villager is not ignorant of anything else. He knows a lot of other things, except that he did not know about mobile telephony, which his friend knew because he's living in Bangalore. That's all. Like this, a yogi who has gained that knowledge by virtue of his 12 years of tapas, how can we assume him to just transfer that knowledge or explain everything to us just like that through words? I'm sorry. Okay, we need to, that's exactly what Swamiji himself used to say. The answer he used to give is, you people have to go to college, spend 5 years of your life to gain a degree. That is when you become an engineer or a doctor, okay, or an auditor or a lawyer. I had to do the same thing. I had to study under my guru, Jangamadevara, for 12 years to attain this knowledge. If you want this knowledge, come to me. You have to learn, like you go to college and learn engineering, like you go to college and learn law or learn medicine. You come to me, I will teach you what spiritual science is. Then you will be able to understand. Okay? But just like you did at college, you know, you have to listen to the lecturers, follow all the rules they tell you, do all your homework, study all your books, spend days and nights, and then only you will become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer. Like that, Swamiji has spent 12 years in tapas and then became a yogi. So if we want to understand that, even I don't know if understanding is the correct term to be used. Am I clear? Maybe it's
Yes,
not a
Anna.
function of the mind at all, right? I mean, if understanding is a function of the mind, I mean, spiritual science may not be something in the mind. Am I clear, or do I need to again explain
No,
with some
no,
examples?
and I got it. Swamiji said, meditate and find out yourself. So that
Yeah.
is what we have to do. We
Huh.
have to do tapas, become a yogi like Swamiji, then only we'll be able to understand.
Yeah, ma. And as you gain your spiritual knowledge, whatever Swamiji talks will make sense to us.
Yeah.
Without doing any practice, whatever he talks, even that won't make sense to us. So, as a very sensible yogi, Swamiji never gave any lectures. Okay, he only used to answer questions because he knew that even if he talks, we will not be able to understand. First of all, I am not sure if that knowledge can be imparted through talk.
Mm.
Sanjay, I think, will be able to answer our question. Vashishta, sage Vashishta could transfer it through Rama through just a dialogue, okay? But it was a long dialogue, the Yoga Vashishta. And even there, Vashishta makes a point, very clear point, saying that I am a yogi. I mean, the person who is teaching is a yogi, accomplished yogi, Vashishta, and the student is Rama, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu himself was a yogi, and Rama is an incarnation of the yogi. It is because of these two reasons. I am a yogi, and you are an incarnation of a yogi. That is the reason now when I talk, it will make sense to you and you will understand it. Otherwise, that is not possible. Through a dialogue, this knowledge cannot be transferred. Okay? That is made very clear in the Yoga Vasishta itself. The book itself clarifies that Rama had become a yogi, after that lecture. But that lecture will not have that effect on anybody else unless he is also an incarnation, an avatar of, again, another yogi. You understand, ma? Yeah.